Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200-092925.
You are live on The Breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Broken down and tired.
You are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
You can't find a fighter.
You are live on The Breeze, on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache.
This is a live transmission of Ɔdadeɛ Radio,
And I do
streaming live
it
from the AMC in
1,000 times
Accra, Ghana.
again.
You are live on The Breeze, on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other. And
Radio.
day I'll rise up.
You are live on the
In spite
breeze.
of the air.
On Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we'll rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again.
You are live on the breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
You're broken down now.
You are live on the breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ
Living
Radio.
life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find out.
You are live on the breeze. On
I
Ɔdadeɛ
see it
Radio.
in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. And I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up. I like the waves. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I'll rise up. And I do it 1,000 times again. The silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains.
You are live on
Bring
the
it to its
breeze.
feet.
On Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Certainly, we are in a new day on a new breeze. We're breezing into another brand new week. And of course, with the Lord Almighty by our side, I believe that everything is definitely going on well with you. We're back from the weekend. We're in another week. Brand new start, brand new day in a new month. New ideas. New living things and everything brand new. Certainly in the last month of the year 2022, the 5th day of December, Monday morning. Very good morning, and thank you so much for rising up and breezing into the new day with us here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio, here on the Zeno FM radio app. We are live as well on Ɔdadeɛ Radio app. We are as well live on YouTube. You look for Ɔdadeɛ Radio on YouTube. You can join us live as well there and share your thoughts and comment with us on the show as well. In the background music from Andra Day, Rise Up. I don't know what might be holding you down today, but I believe that as we find ourselves in a new day, in a new month, and new things, new idea, things are definitely going to turn around. So I'll urge you up to rise up and boldly take hold of the opportunity that is now available to you in this new day and run with it. As well, put yourself out there, take the initiative, act on your ideas, follow through with your plans, and don't let anything hold you down. Create value, meaning, stanza from the time you begin working out on your goals. Be willing to get your hands dirty if you're happy, if you really need to do that, and eager to get your feet as well wet. Use the moment at hand to give your active support to what you care about most, and feel the power and fulfillment that comes from focusing on purpose rather than on mere distractions. It won't be helpful. So right in front of you is a stretch of time in which you can make a difference. So surroundings you are now our possibilities, resources, ideas, other people who also seek fulfillment. So see the potential for goodness in this day, progress, enrichment, and work to bring that potential to life and feel the satisfaction that comes from giving off your best in this new day, in this new week. Of course, we're running up in the year, and you also need to give up your best in whatever you are trying to do for yourself. Probably, from the words of the month that have already gone by, nothing really has happened in terms of what you really wanted to achieve in this year. But remember, there's still hope, there's still time, there's still that moment to see the potential for goodness, progress, enrichment, and work to bring that potential to life. And I feel that satisfaction that comes from giving of your best at the end of the day. That is what we really need to discover. So, well, this morning, in my words of inspiration for you is just envision the good you can do.
And it feels like it's getting hard to breathe.
Just take a moment and envision all the good you can do to bring the best out of you.
Take the world to its feet.
You are live on the breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
On behalf of the team this morning, I welcome you to yet another radio experience this morning on the Breeze Monday edition. It's already live on your radio. Join us on our Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio and Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana, Instagram and on Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Our WhatsApp platform is 02092925. We are live on our YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Anytime you drop by our YouTube channel, we'll be glad to send you our notifications on all that we are actively involved in on radio. Let's stay interactive whilst we breeze till 12 midday this morning. My name is DJ Yus. I'm being supported in the studio by Michael Ɔdadeɛ and Clifford. Coming up, we'll be checking out some news trends. We have some lifestyle segments coming up later on 10:45, and then later on we'll be having a very big conversation this morning with Mr. Abishai Alima. He is a clinical psychologist with the Brains and Mind Center. He'll be joining us to discuss good health and treatment without medicine. Is it possible? We all know that sometimes good health comes from our good healthy living and some of the good things that we need to do to ensure that we are really living off good. And of course, to have good health and treatment without medicine, I'm only wondering how that can be possible. We'll find out a bit more about that when Mr. Abishai Alima joins me on our big conversation this morning on the Breeze Charts. And let's find out how we can get good health, good treatment without medicine. I'm only wondering if it's possible. And I know maybe you might be also wondering if it is possible. Join us on that big conversation later on at the top of the hour, 11.
All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other.
You are live on the breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are live on the breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are live on the breeze. On Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
I will rise
Ɔdadeɛ
1,000
Radio.
times again, and we'll rise up. I like
A very inspiring song this morning from Andra Day.
the fight of the ache. We'll rise up.
We'll definitely rise up.
Do it 1,000 times.
Even if we fall, we're gonna rise 1,000 times again. But before our big conversation this morning, we're looking up to bring you our news flash segment at 11. So stay tuned to all this and more, and remember to stay interactive on our social media handles. On our WhatsApp is 02000 92925. We're in a new day. Let's keep our hope alive. Let's keep our dreams going. Don't let anything put you down. All right, so let's enjoy this one from Gabriela. It's called Dreams.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Move a step closer. You know that I want you.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Just a question of time. I knew we'd be together and that you'd be mine. I want you here forever. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I can't believe
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
I know what I want, and baby, it's you. Can't deny my feelings because they are true, yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. I'd see you sometimes on your own ending cries. I knew I had to have you, my whole sentimental. Now you're by my side, and I feel so good. I'm nothing too hard, don't feel that I ever could. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I can't believe you're here, but I know that you're real. I know what I want, and baby, it's you. Can't deny my feelings because they are true, yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. I'm not making plans for tomorrow. Let's live for tonight. I know I want you, baby. So hold me so tight. Put your arms around me. You make me feel so safe. Can you whisper in my ear that you're here to stay? Yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. WhatsApp or call us on 020 00 92 925.
Sitting in my class, just drifting away, staring into the windows of the world. Yeah, I can't you. Yeah, and it's true. Lottie dot, twinkly dee. Do you believe in a girl
You are
like
live
me?
on the breeze, on Ɔdadeɛ radio.
But when I'm caught all alone, I start fessing. It's from state of depression. And then the thunderclouds of doubt move in. I begin to wonder, do you still love me? But after that, my whole world is beautiful.
You are live on the breeze, on Ɔdadeɛ radio. You are live on the breeze, on Ɔdadeɛ radio. This is the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ radio.
All right, so thank you so much for staying tuned. And of course, we're still live on the breeze. It is 28 after 10 a.m. Well, of course, as we find ourselves in a new day and of course, breezing and cruising and ensuring that everything will steadily go well before the close of day today. Well, I'm set to bring you some news trends going on online and definitely bring you up to speed on some of the headline stories trending this morning. On Twitter this morning, trending is 2022 Wasi. And why is 2022 Wasi trending on Twitter? And we also have the Finance Minister of Ghana trending this morning on Twitter. Well, there's other trends. There are some other trends. We have Anthony Davies. We have Dr. Maud Baumia also trending this morning. And we as well have Ket also trending with about 21.8k views on Twitter this morning. Well, to find out a bit more as to why Wasi 2022 is trending on Twitter, well, we also have John Dramani Mahama, who has been speaking. There's been a lot about him. And of course, he recently celebrated his birthday. Official account of His Excellency has a lot of things trending there as well. So the 2022 results are the best of the last 8 years. Surely there can no longer be any controversy about the validity of the free SHS policy and its consequential measures. It is working and working well. That is a tweet from His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Ekufado on his Twitter handle, and that has breezed into a lot of comment and actually making the WASI 2022 results happen to have find some trends on Twitter this morning. And according to WAEC, the 2022 WASI results will be released. Was released on the 30th of November 2022, and there's been a lot of talk about it, a lot of tweets, a lot of comments, and has actually resulted in making the WASI 2022 results trending on Twitter this morning. So that's just a bit about some trends on Twitter this morning. On some other news items, well, Momo agents want e-levy further to be reduced by government to about 0.05%. And like I was saying, John Dramani Mahama has been speaking, and he also has made some assertion that who will monitor your appointees' use of V8s. Mahama jabs Akufo-Addo, and former President John Dramani Mahama has taken a dig at President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for failing to reduce the size of his government, which is having a toll on our economy. He asked the president to reduce the number of his appointees to help bring down government expenditure to alleviate the hardship Ghanaians are faced with. And then as well, domestic debt exchange economics educator Feriata Gabi on implicit haircuts. That is quite a bit interesting, and just to give you a little insight of that story, which is also trending on Ghana Web this morning. Minister of Finance Ken Oforiatta announced the domestic debt exchange on December 4, 2022, with a view that details of the said program will be presented today, that is 5th of December. And, well, one of 3 key points he put on his 4-minute address was the fact that there will be no haircuts on the principal of bonds. That is one of 3 key points he put on his 4-minute address was the fact that there will be no haircuts on the principal of bonds. And in the wake of back and forth about whether there will be a haircut on domestic bonds, Kabi Asare Ochidakun, who was posting snippets of Oforiatta's address on Twitter, highlights on the no haircut point. But reacting to that particular tweet, economics and political risk analyst Dr. Theo Champon explained that the view of Gabi and the minister was misleading, quoting Gabi's tweet that read, there will be no haircuts on the principal of your domestic bond. Mr. Champon clarified that is not true, he added. So, well, actually, this haircut brouhaha is one of the things that we have this a lot of economics talking about it, but I mean, not actually talking about haircuts, but actually talking about, putting some form of cuts on our domestic bonds and other bonds that we normally find our government chasing after. And as one also, another interesting story that is here this morning. Don't forget, we are live on the breeze. If you have any thoughts and comments, you can share them. We are checking out some news trends this morning. Well, to bring you more, 2022 World Cup, we will do better next time. Kudos to disappointed Ghanaians. And it was so heartwarming to have heard from Kudus. Talking about, all that has happened. Mohamed Kudus has promised Ghanaians the Black Stars will do better next time after their disappointing 2022 World Cup elimination at the group stage. Ghana indeed just a draw to progress to the knockout phase, coming up against old and nemesis Uruguay in their last group game on last Friday, but fell to a 2-0 loss. And of course, that Andrew Ayew missing a crucial penalty early in the game has also brought us to where we are. And Mohamed Kudus has been tweeting, and he tweeted, and people hearing from Kudus and all that, sometimes I'm sure that it will bring some of our disappointment and the pain and all that fell in our hearts as a result of our exit from the Qatar 2022 World Cup.
are listening to The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
So, well, it's still live with us. Just in case you missed the news headlines this morning, let me give you a snippet of what is trending on some of the news papers this morning. On the Daily Graphic front page, government outlined debt exchange program seek to reduce high public debt. Treasury bills safe is on the Daily Graphic front page this morning. And as well, WASI results best in 8 years presidents, and upgrade Council of State to upper chamber. Okujeto has made a session on the Business and Financial Times front page this morning. Banking industry defies economic downturn so far, and economic activity slowed down amid tighter monetary policy stance. On the Finder this morning, we have a glaring picture of our finance minister, Mr. Ken Oforiatta, and the headline that goes with that picture says, T-bills, domestic bond principles protected from impact of debt exchange to be launched today, fund to be set up to support financial sector. And 2022 was WAEC with those combined some 149,615 results of 4 core subjects. It's on the front page of the Finder this morning. On the Republic Press this morning, Mahama Chides World Cup MPs, and Akufo-Addo justifies free SHS budget. Some of the news headlines this morning and on our news trends. Share your thoughts, share your comments on our WhatsApp 02,000-92925. This morning, coming up shortly in some few minutes, will be our lifestyle segment with Gloria. And we're talking about some ways to reduce stress. We've been talking about stress. We recently discussed some stress issues on the breeze. I believe that with the situations and the kind of economic hardship we find ourselves in these days, Charlie, stress kakra. But of course, we need to continue to remind ourselves on some key points that we can relate with that will help us to reduce our daily stress we face each and every day. So Gloria has some tidbits that will help you to reduce some stress. And we have news flash coming up at the top of the hour 11 with Priscilla Ankra. And later on, that big conversation this morning with Mr. Abishai Alima from the Brains and Mind Center. And we're talking about good health and treatment without medicine, whether it's possible or not. There are ways and means that sometimes you can treat yourselves without actually going in for drugs and all that. So good health and treatment without medicine. Dr. Abishai Alima from the Brain and Mind Medical Center will share some with us this morning and help us to be able to get along each and every day. It's coming up on the Breeze Charts at 11, and to talk about the Brain and Mind Medical Center, which is Ghana's premier private mental health facility. They have a lot of facilities. It's established as the Brain Clinic in 2011. The Brain and Mind Medical Center is located in Abokobi, here in Accra, in a lush and serene garden premises. Their mission is to provide private mental health service to clients who will seek help for either both outpatient and inpatient admission. And our team is on hand to provide this service to Ghanaians and all our potential clients around the world, without both in person or virtual. And we provide discreet and confidential services to a number of individuals and corporate bodies. And basically, at the Brains and Mind Medical Center, they cover all problems in mental health, example, depression, anxiety, alcohol, and substance abuse, plus sleep-related problems. So I don't know what you might be going through, but of course, if you need that very discreet and confidential people that you can speak with, you can talk to the Brain and Mind Medical Center today. You can invite them. They can hold you down virtually. You can visit them and also get a chance to have this interesting and amazing services they're providing to Ghanaians. Find out through a sleep therapist if you're having problems with your sleeping. So remember to call them on 033-209-5330 or 033-209-53260. Are once again located at Abokobi here in Accra, in a very serene and lush atmosphere that will help you to redeem yourself, that will help you to go through all that you are going through to get some treatment for yourself. So once again, I'll give you their numbers so you can reach them privately. 050-330-8191, or you can call the Brain and Mind Medical Center once again on 055-260-7575. They are providing you the premier private health mental facility healthcare that you can rely on here in Ghana. Well, the Yuletide season is gradually approaching and I believe Christmas just around the corner. If you like to reach out to your prospective clients and customers to sell out big to them this Yuletide season, remember to talk to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. We have great packages, very, very flexible rate that can help you to advertise and publicize all your goods and services that you're selling out this Christmas. Speak to us today through our phone numbers or 020, that is 020-0092-925. You can send us an email, @odadieradio@gmail.com. You can locate us. We are at the Alumni Mentorship Center here in Legon at the Presec campus. Come speak to us and we will offer you a very great deal of service to help you to reach out to your customers this Christmas. Sell out big and make some good returns when we advertise here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Once again, WhatsApp or call 02000 92925 or 0303 0302 551014. So coming up, we'll find out a bit about some few key points that will help you to release stress. If you're having a very stressful day, if you are going through some hard times, sometimes you end up getting stressed. So all that tips that will help you to release those stress is coming up with Gloria shortly here on The Breeze. It's a lifestyle segment. So after this tune, we'll bring you that lifestyle segment. Akwabwa and Efia.
You are live on The Breeze, on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
It's that time of the night again. It's just me and my thoughts and my pillow again. Loneliness, such a day where one day it would drive me insane. Me who say me amudi muda, now my heart is in pain. No amount of champagne don't fit cover this pain. Me taking whiskey 12 shots, making wishes to my thoughts, crying and thinking and wishing I go forget this thing. I mean, forget his name. Kissing on my finger, wishing I am wearing his ring. If you know be diamond with some character, my character go fit accept anything, even if it be copper safe. I need a man, make a show him I be proper chef. Even if it be copper safe, I need a man, make a show him I be proper chef. Text.
Keeper of the gates of wisdom, please let me in. Keeper of the gates of wisdom, please let me in. Nyame di danu suso nunkwani mideno, mekom no bini micho menyo.
Medema kumenina bema nunsu. Ono korano bema miabre. My bro, yeah. I need someone to call my own. I need someone to call my own. And I need someone to call my own. Yeah, I need someone to call my own to hold me down.
Ɔdadeɛ radio.
Yeah, to hold me down.
Ɔdadeɛ radio.
This is the
To
breeze
hold
on
me
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
down. Just for me to hold me down.
Dear minute, dear, Obasisa and I'm Ninari and I'm Shishano. And I say, me Jerry Socia, or this one, you know, Begumachia and I'm Shishano. I don't wanna wake up with a text message on the phone, yeah. I just wanna wake up with the lips to kiss and the hands to hold me close. That's why I need someone I can call my own.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ
Someone I
Radio.
can call my own, my own. I need someone I can call my own. I want someone I can call my own to hold me down. Yeah, to hold me down.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
All right, so thank you so much for staying tuned in the background. Just gone by was Hold Me Down, Akwabwa, featuring Efia. That brings us to our lifestyle segment for this morning. And she's looking all good this morning. Gloria, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was quite okay.
It was relaxing, eh?
Yeah, it was
You had no much activity. I mean, no weekend events and all that to attend.
No, Black Stars actually made me sad too.
So you didn't step out?
No, I didn't step out.
Yeah. So I mean, are you a bit free now? Because I know some people are still depressed out of that.
Yeah. Oh, for me, it took
last week Friday's loss.
Yeah. It took just a day. So
Oh, just took a day.
Yes.
Oh, so you are back.
Yes, I'm
I
back.
mean, you are good.
Yes.
I mean, so tell us about how we can release ourselves of this stress, because I know some people are still depressed from that loss.
Oh, okay. Yes. So today I'm going to talk about some ways to reduce stress.
Okay.
So basically in today's society, stress is something which is very common. Stress is physiological and psychological response to situations the body and then the mind find to be overwhelming. So during our day-to-day activity, it can be stressful at times. So these are ways, some factors we can just take into consideration. The first one is be active or exercise. The second one I'll talk about
be active and exercise.
Yes, and exercise.
Okay.
The second one I'll talk about connect with others, and then have some time for yourself. I also talk about avoid unhealthy habits.
Okay.
And then finally, I'll talk about work smarter, not harder.
Okay.
So the first one, be active or exercise. The exercise won't make your stress disappear, but it can make some of the emotional intensity that you are feeling, clearing your thoughts and letting you deal with some of your problems calmly. Connect with others. For humans, we are social beings, so now we need to be connecting with others very often. So connecting with people make you feel a bit supported. A good support network with colleagues, friends and family can ease work troubles and help you see things differently. Also, some activities with friends like sports can help us relax and reduce stress. Lastly, talking to friends about some problems you are facing can help you find solutions to them.
Okay.
So the third one is have some time for yourself. We are all busy. Everybody is busy going on.
But you need to have some time for yourself.
Yes, you have to have some time for yourself. So many people work for long hours, meaning they don't spend enough time doing things they really enjoy. So it is important to take some time for socializing, for relaxing, or to exercise as well.
Or for eat some good fufu.
Yes, exactly. You can also try setting aside a couple of nights a week for a quality time with yourself. So sometimes you can take yourself to dinner, you can go to the movies. All these things help you to reduce stress.
Okay.
The fourth one is avoid unhealthy habits. Mostly when people are stressed, they rely on alcohol, smoking, and caffeine. They might provide temporary relief. So when you do all this thing for a short time, probably they might give you the relief you want.
But it's just temporary.
Yes, in a long run, they create more problems for your body.
Okay.
So it is best to tackle the cause of your stress. Know what is stressing you and then find solution to it instead of resorting to alcohol and then other unhealthy things. And then the final one is work smarter, not harder. So working smarter means prioritizing your work, concentrating on tasks that will make a real difference. Leave a least important tasks to last. Accept that you will not have time for everything. So sometimes we should just accept that we cannot do everything at a go. So we should make sure that we prioritize some of them. So the most important things we do it first, and then we leave the rest for later, because you can't do everything at a go. So lastly, I just want to add this one because it's a good point. Help other people. So evidence shows that people who help others through activities such as volunteering or community work often become more resilient. If you don't have time to volunteer, try to do someone a favor every day. So even as sometimes you can testify, when you do something for somebody, you feel that you feel good.
You feel good.
Yes, you feel good. So like evidence shows that people who do that, reduce stress sometimes.
Okay.
So it is not you won't do it every day, but then once in a while, try to do something for somebody. It can be small or big depending on your strength.
Okay.
So sometimes people don't have the time to volunteer, but you can just identify someone somewhere and then choose to help them.
Okay.
Thank you. This is all for lifestyle segment.
Yeah, Charlie, the points are so really, really, really important.
Yeah.
I like the last part.
Yes.
That says do
Help,
something.
yes.
Help somebody.
Others.
Because sometimes it's really true.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you come out from your own volition to go out and do something for somebody, the kind of inner satisfaction you get.
You are fulfilled.
Yeah, you are really fulfilled. It gives you some sort of feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Gloria, for this segment.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Hope to see you again on Wednesday.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And that's for our lifestyle segment, releasing of some stress. And Gloria has taken us away on that very one. In fact, I believe that you've taken all the key points down just to help you to relieve some sort of stress all the time. Remember to keep that up. You're still live on the breeze. So let me give you this filler, as we are gradually approaching into Christmas. It will be very important if you are an old boy of the Presbyterian Boys Secondary School to actually put this on your calendar. It's the Ɔdadeɛ Global President's Ball 2022, and this is a very big event that is going to take place on Tuesday, the 20th of December 2022. It will come off at the Grand Arena of the AICC. It starts from 7 p.m. and it's the Ɔdadeɛ Global President's Ball 2022. So, like I did say, if you're an old boy, if you're an Ɔdadeɛ, if you are a pre-second, put this on your calendar so that on the 20th of December 2022, it will be a Tuesday. It's an end of year Ɔdadeɛ dinner, music, and dance. So all are cordially invited to be part of this great and exciting event that will take place on the 20th of December 2022 at the Grand Arena of the AICC from 7 p.m. and Ɔdadeɛ end of year dinner, music, and dance. Let's all come together and round off the year in a grand style, because God has actually and really been good to us in this whole year as Ɔdadeɛ. And of course, it's time for us to come together and enjoy, dance, and do some dinner and all that. Remember, single tickets are going up for 350 cedis. It's already on sale, so book your seat. Single ticket 350 cedis and couple ticket 600 Ghana cedis. So for ticket reservation, you can call 0242 107967. That is 0242 107967, and then 0277 552158. Again, 0277 552158. Be part of Ɔdadeɛ's Ɔdadeɛ Global President's Ball 2022 and Ɔdadeɛ end of year dinner, music, and dance. Charlie, come book your seat and come join us. Let's wind up the year in a grand style. I'll be going for a very quick commercial break. When I return, there's more. We have the news flash coming up, and the breeze chart is also coming up this morning as we look at good health and treatment without medicine. I was actually wondering when Mr. Abisha Alima came out with this topic. I was like, I mean, can the body ever heal without medicine? Imagine maybe if you are sick. Imagine if you are not having some good time and you are down with illness. Can the body really heal without medicine? We'll be finding out a bit more on that on our big conversation this morning on the Breeze Chat. Please stay tuned. It's the Breeze live here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. We are live on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well on Facebook, Ɔdadeɛ Radio and Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. We are live on the Zeno FM radio app. We are live on the Ɔdadeɛ Radio app. If you celebrate your birthday today, let me know. If you know someone who is celebrating his or her birthday today, just send me that message and let me, shine the light for you this morning. So happy birthday go now to Alfred Nana Amo. You are on Ɔdadeɛ and you celebrate your birthday today. Happy birthday go now to you. And to all birthday celebrants, we say happy birthday going out to you. To reach us with your message or your birthday shout out, send it to 02000922925. That is 02000922925. Let it reach me right here and I'll shout it out for you. And also happy birthday going out to a lot of birthday celebrations today. All right, so if you celebrate your birthday, keep them coming. I'll be making time to read them all out today. It's the 5th of December, and trying to scroll through to find out a bit more as to who are celebrating their birthdays today. And a big one going out to a media colleague by name Harry Larson, aka Lasso. You are Class Multimedia. It happens to be your birthday today, and happy birthday going out to you, Ken Lasso. I know say this evening we'll go meet for the birthday Because we won't wait for the weekend, though. We ain't waiting for the weekend. And you may, not forgetting Praise Charles Okine. And I saw Mike McCarthy, it's your birthday today. And I saw to Tamati Joseph, happy birthday going out to you. Jerry Otio and Okine John. You all celebrating your birthdays today. Happy birthday going out to you guys. Alright, so I'll go for that quick commercial break. When I return, there'll be more here on The Breeze. Please do stay tuned.
Say no to single-use plastic bags. They are destroying our environment. Water bodies contribute to most of the rubbish in open spaces and gutters, contributing to floods. Fish and livestock are ingesting plastics, which poses danger to our health. Plastics take ages to decompose and are harmful to the environment. Be responsible. Join eco-conscious citizens in supporting International Plastic Bag Free Day and say no to plastic bags. Use a basket, jute bag, or other biodegradable bags on 3rd July and every other day.
Agriculture plays a crucial role to our country's development with a huge contribution to Ghana's GDP whilst providing for our food needs at the same time.
They should know that agric is the backbone of every country. Honestly, you began by giving us the percentages, but it used to be 70% that the agric contributes to the economy. It's because of certain lapses that has made a figure decline.
I don't know why they see farming as a bad occupation, because in other developed countries, they take agric very seriously and they make a lot of money out of farming. They use a lot of modern technology to improve their yield, but over here we only see it as the use of certain man-made or small implements such as cutlass and hoe, which don't really do much. If you want to go into mass production, which will bring you a lot of money, you use a lot of modern technology that will help improve the yield.
Time to put the spotlight on agriculture value chain in Ghana on Agric Panorama on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Agric Panorama is a radio program that is aimed at creating a unique platform for all farmers, traders, processors, transporters, wholesalers, and all other actors within the agric value chain. Agric experts, policymakers, students in agriculture, and other stakeholders as they participate in a panel discussion to unravel all that matters to improve agriculture and agribusiness sector, which is the backbone of Ghana's economy.
It's beneficial to the country in the sense that the non-companies in this country, the products these companies bring out are from agric, or the raw products are from agric, which has been processed into finished goods.
With agric, as I was coming, I wanted to do biology, but my grandfather was the person who told me that, why don't you try agriculture? Because I'm a farmer and look at where I am. So you can also try agriculture and then you can see how far you go.
Agric Panorama will be broadcast live from the studios of Ɔdadeɛ Radio online every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can listen and contribute to this program via the Zeno FM radio app or Ɔdadeɛ Radio app from the Google Play Store or App Store. Also watch it live on YouTube or Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio or Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. Ɔdadeɛ Radio, shine the light.
Did you know that 90% of people with autoimmune diseases will be misdiagnosed or spend years before a diagnosis is made? Precious time that could lead to organ damage. Autoimmune diseases occur when the immune system starts to attack healthy organs and cells in the body till they are destroyed. These conditions are more severe and are increasingly seen in people of African ancestry. The Rheumatology Initiative TRI is an NGO leading with education, advocacy, and research in autoimmune diseases. TRI ensures patients have the right peer support with a support group of over 200 people diagnosed with autoimmune conditions. The Rheumatology Initiative provides emergency medication for needy patients and teaches them life skills to ensure some financial stability. TRI reaches patients, health practitioners, and the general public through various educational interventions to enable prompt diagnosis and treatment for improved outcomes. How can you support our work at the Rheumatology Initiative? Please donate to our MTN Momo 024-192-9775. Account name is The Rheumatology Initiative. To volunteer, please send an email to volunteer@tryghana.org. That's TRIGhana.org. Visit our website tryghana.org to reach us, and on social media look for our handles @TryGhana.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook @Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Hello there, welcome to Ɔdadeɛ Radio News Flash with me, Priscilla Ankara, streaming live on the Zeno Radio app. Ɔdadeɛ Nanaya Sapon Cerebral of 1997 year group won the National Best Farmer on Friday, 2nd December 2022. Ghana to swap cedi debt for new bond in restructuring. Ghana is asking local bondholders to accept losses on interest payment as it restructures its debt to qualify for a loan from the International Monetary Fund. Away from that, Otu-Addo mounts spirited defense for under fire Anju Ayu. Former Black Star coach Otu-Addo has defended under fire captain Anju Dede Ayu amidst the backlash for missing a crucial penalty in Ghana's World Cup defeat to Uruguay. That's all for today's news flash with me, Priscilla Ankara. Thank you.
Audio Jungle.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook @Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925. Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook @Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
More music on trendybeats.com.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. I came and conquered the game. Me not come to play. Sexy girl, them sing my name. Me I came and conquered the game. Me not come to play. Yeah. Oh my, we dey ball hard like he drove out. We going up, never go down. And we stay fly, never sober. Yeah, pull up in the Rover. Make the girl them wanna go mad. Pull up in the G-Waggy, oh my, oh. Make your girlfriend wanna follow back home, yeah. Kalesika ain't paying kwane dama dreams, oh. Mr. Idea, we ain't about I share me dream, oh. Hey, Molen, I know. I will like a pay Molen, I know. Can I know? I'm a you know. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. Me I came and conquer the game. Me not come to play. Sexy girl, them sing my name. Me I came and conquer the game. So me no come to the play. I don't know what you not go do. Oh, Jehovah bless me. So you can cool low. Anytime I walk, I no ever stumble. And anytime when we come through, you go see what the money don't do. You talk say you be bad man, but you know bad rich that a bandu. You talking too much, but Omale. Anytime you hear, you go sorry. Now the money long from Lagos to Tamale. And the crown the in me house and the wallet. Different pose, different style, different clothes, different flight. Oh, I and I, hoes in the sky. Different days, different cars, shine with the stars. Money is all I see. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the job life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the job life regardless, cause trouble never gets no honey. Me I can make conquer the game. Me not come to play. Sexy girl, them sing my name. Me I can make conquer the game. So me no come to the play.
Okay, we're still live on the breeze, and music in the background from Kim Promise, Chop Live, Monday, and it's the 5th of December. Time to jump into our big conversation on the breeze chat. Like I mentioned earlier, we are actually here with Mr. Abishai Alima. He's a clinical psychologist from the Brain and Mind Medical Center, Ghana's premier private mental health facility. Good health and treatment without medicine. Is it possible? Doc, good morning. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing so wonderful. Are you too, please?
Yes, I'm also fine.
It's good meeting again.
Yes, good to meet you again. I caught you out there right now. Yes. So, well, I saw this topic and I'm just wondering, and I'm asking, like, I mean, how possible can this be? I mean, good health and treatment without medicine. So just take us away on that.
Okay. So good health and treatment is possible.
It's possible,
without medication.
Without medication.
Very well.
Not when you are sick, like.
In fact, both when you are not sick and when you are sick.
Oh, really?
Very well.
Interesting.
And I'm going to really explain some few things. Let me emphasize that our brain or mind and our body, they always work together. They always work in unison. They always work synergistically.
Okay.
So whenever something happens to the body, it's an indication that something is not going well up there. The reason being that the brain coordinates every single thing about us.
Okay.
The brain is the master. And once the brain is able to do its job very well, you see the effect in the body.
Okay.
So physical symptoms of illness or any ailment is a reflection of the fact that something is not really going well.
Okay.
Let me give one particular example. Let's say you were slicing some onions.
Okay.
And the knife came into corner with your finger.
Okay.
Now you have a cut.
Okay.
Now you realize that blood is flowing and the blood should stop.
Okay.
So you need a series of paramedics and nurses and health professionals to come together to stop the blood.
At that very point in time.
At that very point in time. But you come to realize that no one does the job. In no time, the bleeding stops. Science always talks about cause and effect relationship. To the layman, you say that, oh, the blood was coming and then it just stopped. But for the blood to stop, there must be a whole series of biological processes to make it stop.
Okay.
This is because we have our doctors, our nurses, our paramedics already inside of us, and they live in the brain. In fact, the best doctors you could ever have are already in your brain. So as soon as your brain notices such danger, your brain will send a series of doctors, nurses, paramedics to quickly rush to the site, and they will make sure that in no time they will clot, the blood will clot. Then we can see that your bleeding has stopped. Now, when you look at the physical side of the injury, you could see that there is still some areas where they need some sort of healing. In about 3 days to about a week before you realize, the whole skin has acted as if there was no injury. All this work is done actually by the brain. And this happens without any doctor or nurse or paramedic coming to put in some medication or plaster or something. In other words, when we get injured and we need the help of doctors or nurses to help us so that the blood flow could stop quickly and the wound could heal, they are only aiding the work of the doctors and nurses already inside of you, who are helping to ensure that your healing process is always their job. So this is the reason we are saying that good health and treatment can't be possible without the use of medications.
So then what you are briefly explaining means that it transcends from the mind
to the body.
To the body.
Very well. Let me give another example. We are often very quick to ensure that the moment we see these symptoms within us, we are rushing to get some medications or what you call some quick solutions to be able to remedy the problem.
Yes.
But whenever a symptom comes, any symptom you are observing is an indication of something not going well. So what most of us do is that we spend time pruning our problems. It's like we are pruning the problem rather than spend time to look for the actual causes of the problem. If you are going to look at the causes with the realization that the brain or mind and the body are always working in unison, then we will know why and where we have to focus on. And the example comes now. You see people who come to the doctor and say, I'm always having pimples on my face. It could be an indication, it could be your body telling you that you are not really getting enough rest or you are being stressed. Some people also go through a lot of severe headaches. And whenever the headaches come, they are always on these painkillers, the Panadol, paracetamol, tramadol, and all the dolls. And we know very well that repeated use of these medications can have a long-term effects on other health organs, like the kidney. So why is the headache coming? Why are you getting pimples? When you rush to get some quick solution and then just move, then it will come again in no time. They will give the same treatment, it goes, it comes again. If something keeps on coming, it is a reminder of something. It's like you are driving your car and then it's giving you a particular signal. It could be that you haven't fastened your seatbelt, so your car is giving you a warning signal.
Sign, yeah.
So look for the cause and then handle it. And once we're able to really program or condition our mind and our body to really do this, we will be able to really handle our health and treatment without medications.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing. And I mean, this does this really need any kind of assistance or any kind of psychologist to help you to be able to do this, or you can naturally come off and then do like what you are explaining?
That is very good. In fact, as I explained, with the help of having a cut on your finger, you realize that you didn't need any nurse to come in at the moment. You didn't need any doctor to come in. You didn't need any psychologist. In fact, we believe that, based on deeper research, that all the health professionals live inside of you. You have your psychologist inside of you. You have your dentist inside of you already. They work to ensure that your teeth or your tooth is really working very, very well. But there comes a time when we are unable to really handle the pressure, so we don't get the right resources to cope with these issues. That's when you come to need a professional. So this program, for example, that Ɔdadeɛ Radio is doing, is becoming some sort of like an education to the public, so that by learning, we can see how we can really promote our health. As we always say with the old saying, prevention is better than cure.
Yes.
And even when we are curing an ailment, there are things we can do to really aid our healing or improvement faster than the usual way we go when we are using medications.
I see. Well, is there any evidence to people getting healed from some medical conditions without medicine? Is there evidence?
Very well. So much evidence.
Okay.
There is a particular concept psychologists call placebo effect.
Okay.
Placebo effect. There were a series of experiments. So in the experiments, in one of the experiments, they had about 100 students who were complaining of severe headache, and they were able to measure to realize that these students are going through headaches. So they sampled 100 of the students. Now, when the researchers sampled the 100 students, they decided to divide these students into two groups. So there were 2 students in group A, 50 students in group A, and 50 in group B. Now they chose to call those in group A the experimental group, and those in group B as control group. And let's remember that all these are going through headaches. let me say, relatively equal levels of headaches. They chose to give those in group A, the first 50 group, they chose to give them a real medication that cures headache. So it could be something like Panadol or Tramadol. And those in group B, they chose not to give them any medication that cures headache. They chose to wrap some sugar pill, something like, let's say, Chocomilo, and they will brand it in the name of a drug that is known to actually cure headaches. So those in group A were taking, let's say, Panadol, and those in group B were taking Toffee. But they were made to believe that this is a very powerful medication that cures headache. Now, they were giving them the medication morning, afternoon, evening, and they were monitoring them. Now, at the end of about 3 days, the researchers came to examine the students, reassess them, to measure the levels of headaches. They realized that more than 80% of those in group A who were taking the real drug for treating headaches were cured completely, more than 80%. In group B, who were using the sugar pill, but they were made to believe that it was a drug that cures headache. They also found that more than 80% of the students were also healed of headaches.
Hey, really?
Now, the question to ask is, why are students who were complaining of severe headaches and using sugar pill? So the sugar pill here is what you call the placebo. So placebo means anything you are using, which is not a real drug or doesn't really give you the real treatment, but you are made to believe that it can have the same effects or level of potency as a real drug. So you come to realize that to a large extent, thought factors and some particular situations play a key role when it comes to our health. A number of times we go to the hospital, and the moment the doctor touches you, he assesses you, you just feel okay. Some people come, the moment they go through labs and they come back, they feel quite
without any medication.
Without any medication. And sometimes the medication also comes in. But there are some researchers also having this sort of conclusion from series of research that a number of times the medications we give in the hospitals sometimes are not the actual medication the patient needs. It could be a misdiagnosis, it could be wrong medication being administered, but they take it and then they are still all right, all because of a placebo effect. This shows that the brain has a key role to play in this regard when you examine the research carefully.
So all comes to play within the placebo effect you are referring to.
Very well, please.
Wow. The aspect of the toffee, I don't know, but I believe that it was more of a psychological effect.
Very well, because
than
because
actually a medication that will heal your head.
Very well. So the patients here in this regard were believing that this medication is supposed to cure my headache and I'll be all right. It has been given by a certified medical professional. So they were taking the medication, drinking enough water, going by their normal activities, and they were expecting to be healed. And surely they were healed. And this shows the synchrony between the brain or mind and the body we have to always look for when it comes to good health and treatment.
And how do we do that? How do we look for that?
How to actually establish this is what we are really going to discuss. In particular discussion. After I go through a series of other foundations.
Okay.
Now lay all this, and by then I would have established the various precedents we all need to understand, so that once you are following them, you know what you are doing.
Okay. You can join us if you have any questions or comments. It's a very interesting discussion this morning. Good health and treatment without medicine. Is it possible? We are finding out, and there's more to get to know today as we are digging more into it. So if you have any questions or comments, remember to relate it to our show, and then we'll send it across on 02000 92925. Moving on. Doc, does it mean that a person can also be receiving the right medication but will not experience healing or good health?
It happens a number of times. Psychologists have examined this phenomenon, and they've coined a term called nocebo effect. We earlier learned about placebo effect. Now we have the reverse being nocebo effect. Now with the nocebo effect, there were series of research. So 100 students in group A, 50 students in group A, 50 in group B, and they are all going through headaches. So the people in group A were taking the actual treatments, let's say Panadol in this regard. And those in group A who are taking Panadol, which we all know to be a good drug when it comes to treating headaches, they were made to believe that, oh, this drug we are giving, this medicine we are giving you, it's not really effective at all. People take it and their situation gets worse. But in this regard, we still want to give you the medication because this is what we have for now. But you will make arrangement later to get you another medication. So you just try it and let's see if anything good will come out of this. But those who have gone through it were having very bitter experiences. Now, those in group B were still taking their sugar pills, but they were meant to believe that this medication would really help cure your headaches. At the end of the experiment, they realized that more than 80% of those in group A who were taking the real medication for treating headaches were still going through even severe forms of headaches, despite using the Panadol. Those in group B who were using the sugar pills, but were made to believe that, oh, this medicine would actually cure you, more than 80% were getting better. So what does this mean? Those who were taking the medication, but were made to believe that, oh, this medicine is not so really effective, it doesn't really help so much, but just try it and see, they weren't doing so well. So this is what you call the nocebo effect. They are taking the real medication, but it's not helping them. When you look at illness perception and treatment perception, as was covered in my thesis during my time in school for my thesis, I came to find out that illness perception and treatment perception plays a very key role here. So when you go to the hospital and you are being treated, your ideas, your perception about your illness, your ideas or your perception about your treatment plays a very key role when it comes to your healing. So if you are going for a particular healing or treatment and you believe that it's not really helping, I don't believe I'll be better, but let me just try it anyway, you go through a nocebo effect. You may get the best of medication, but it doesn't go well. You may realize that people go for these our herbal medications and they do so well with the herbal medications. And they say, I have used so much of this sort of conventional medication we give in the hospitals and I wasn't doing it well. But soon I saw this herbalist and it just, and this was just some 2 Ghana cedi medicine. You have been to Kolebu, have been
spent a lot of money,
and I wasn't seeing anything. If you look at the way herbalists do their healing marketing, it's just so amazing.
Yeah.
Look, they will make you believe that this medicine, it can cure almost every disease, every illness. Just use it, apply it. Like the sort of self-esteem they are going to put into you makes you feel that yes, the medicine is going to work. So in the end, people use the medicines and they are going through some form of a placebo effect, even if the medicine is not actually having anything positive in connection with their good health they are looking for, the treatment they are looking for.
I see. Join us with your message. I know this conversation is very interesting, and I know you might be wondering a lot of questions in your mind. But we have Dr. Abishai Alima here, so join us if you have any questions to ask, or probably you disagree with some of the things he's saying. You want to probe a bit more. Send us your message and then we'll read them out for you. If you have any questions or comments, 02000 92925. Very, very, very interesting this morning. Some people also say that prayers can help, and I'm relating this to faith because from all that you have been explaining, I know that for one to be able to go through a very good healing process, you need to first of all have faith. I mean, believe in what you are going to go through in terms of your healing process. So some people say that prayers can also help with good health and treatment. Is there any specific opinion to that?
Thank you very much. So in our country, for example, our culture, we come to realize that people place very key role or emphasis when it comes to spirituality, which includes prayer. So you realize that people have a variety of health conditions and they go to pastors, they go to healers, and people of all sorts. As I explained earlier with my thesis, when I had to look at illness perception, treatment perception, I realized that whenever a person falls sick, they have a particular idea about what is causing the illness. So through my study, I realized that when a person falls sick, they can fall in either of three categories. There are those who believe that my health condition is purely physical or biological. So they seek help from herbalists, medical doctors, and people who give them some sort of any intervention that relates to physical health or some sort of biological something. We have those who also fall sick and they believe that this particular sickness is coming entirely from spiritual sources. So they would like to go to see spiritual healers, which could include spiritual fetish priests, pastors, and people of that sort, malams and all of that. Now, we have a third group who believe that, yes, to some extent, my sickness is coming from a physical source or a biological source, but there is some sort of spiritual connotation to my disease. So they will blend medical treatment together with spiritual forces to be able to battle what they are going through. Now, we find a situation where a person believes that what I'm going through is an entirely spiritual aspect, or it's coming from spiritual sources or causes. And the family members believe that, oh no, we've been to school, let's throw these beliefs away. Please come to the hospital. Look, you give them all the best medications and best intervention, you'll never see any improvement. But the moment a pastor comes in or a fetish priest comes in and he does something small for them, you start seeing the quick improvement. So other researchers who have gone into this have proposed something they call a biopsychosocial approach to healthcare. The idea is whenever a person is sick or a person really wants ultimate health and healing, we need about 3 main elements coming together, looking at it from a biological point of view, psychological point of view, social point of view, which also includes spiritual point of view. When you come to this point, Yale University did a particular research, and the Yale study was so wonderful. I know other researchers and institutions have also done the same study. Yale realized from their medical facility that they were doing a particular study and they were using patients from the Burns unit. In Burns unit, we have all sorts of patients. Some they've had accidents. We have to ensure that maybe there could be amputation, or we have to ensure maybe there is some POP. We have to do some grafting. We have to do all sorts of things. Some people have acid cases. We have to repair the damages. Some have had an injury from industrial machines. Some have had someone use a machete or a cutlass or a knife on the body, and we have to heal all of these. So they had all these variety of patients, and they were examining the factors that leads to improvement in their healthcare. Among the demographic variables the university took note was patients who pray or are religious and those who don't pray. At the end of the study, they came to realize that the patients who pray at the Burns unit, while receiving their health care, they significantly healed faster than those who are not praying.
Oh, I see.
So they were a little bit shocked. Does it mean when you pray, God sends the holy angels or the Holy Spirit comes and adds some extra medication? So they published the study, and other people had to come on board, pick it on, and make it broader. So they decided to choose patients not just from the Yale Medical Center, but from other hospitals, increase the sample size, and use patients who are going through diverse forms of health, chronic health conditions like stroke, cancer, diabetes, and all of that. And the conclusion was the same, that those patients who pray were healing faster, significantly, than those who don't pray. So all these patients, they all go through similar health conditions. They go through diabetes, cancer, cholera, and all sorts of health conditions. Yet they realized that those who were praying were doing very well. So they began to ask, since we are doing this from a scientific point of view, what could actually be the reason why those who are praying are healing faster than those who are not? They came to realize that when people pray, it looks as if their prayer reduces the extent or level of worry and anxiety they are going through. It's like, as we know from the popular Hannah story in the Bible, when Hannah was going through so much agony from her own marital home, and Penina had so much children. Meanwhile, Hannah was the first wife of Elkanah, and she wasn't getting a child. And one day she went to the house of God, and after years of tears and sorrow and not sleeping and depriving herself of food and go sleep, after she said her prayer, the Bible said that Hannah was so happy and she never became worried again. So they came to realize that those who pray, it looks as if after they are done praying, it seems a load or some weight,
some burden has
been taken off.
Yeah.
So it reduces or takes away this worry and anxiety. And when they are done with the prayer, it looks as if the prayer tends to stimulate some sort of relaxation. They seem to be relaxed. It also tends to enhance the levels of self-esteem within them. It even enhances a spirit of gratitude. And it even enhances some levels of positive expectations that my God, my Redeemer, has heard me and He's going to act. So these were the reasons they found to be able to explain why those who were praying were healing significantly faster than those who were not. And that's the reason prayer, from a scientific point of view, tends to actually hasten or healing when a person is sick.
Wow. Very, very interesting revelation, and I'm sure that some of these revelations are things that you hardly hear about. I mean, we relate to them, and just like he was saying with prayer, it's all about faith. And they say for faith move mountains.
Very well. So,
I mean, whatever healing process you are going through with faith, and even if you take the sugar toffees, actually, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Well, so do social relationships play any role when it comes to good health? I mean, social relationship, relating with people, family, friends, colleagues, and all that.
In fact, from books and from practical experience,
yes,
I have lived to see how social relationships remarkably improves health. There is this health belief model that we don't die before our loved ones. There are a number of cases where someone is in the hospital and the medical team comes and we are able to assess the patient, and we could tell that maximum by 3 weeks this patient will be no more.
Okay.
And sometimes they will need the clinical psychologist to deliver the message. Whenever there is something bad, they want to push it onto us to go in
and then go and handle
to go and handle it in a very professional way.
Yes.
So we go to discuss with the patient that we are coming to you with news that may not look interesting, but there is something good we can make out of it. By all our assessments, diagnosis, everything, we could tell that it looks as if maximum 3 weeks. You will not be able to live beyond 3 weeks. So please, it's not an interesting news to convey to someone, but do well to put your house in order. If you have some will you want to make, some message you want to leave, something you want to reveal to anyone.
Oh, okay, so you do that?
Yes, we do that.
Oh, okay.
And it's good for people to know, because it helps the person put his or her house and items in order, so that he can ensure that the wife, children, and everything he's leaving behind, people are managers of companies, you have to put things in order so that the company can keep thriving. And once companies and businesses thrive, the country also prospers. So we consider all these. Now, the person knows that, in about 3 weeks, I'll be off. But you realize that the person's family shows some overwhelming love and support to the patient. And they live beyond 3 weeks. And some go to 3 months, even 6 months.
Oh, okay.
There are even cases where the person didn't even die, they were discharged, and they are still living and working.
Whilst you projected that,
while everything,
maybe in 3 weeks,
in 3 weeks' time, the person will be off. So we come to wonder, what is the rationale behind this? There was even a case where there was a mother who had a child, and you could tell that, oh, the child, in about 3 weeks, the child will be off. And this message was conveyed to the mother. At first, she was weeping. My colleague told the mother that, look, if your child has 3 weeks to live, then please give the child all the love, the care, the support you could ever give a child. So that even if the child is no more, you still can find reason to have positive memories that at least I showed my child love and support in the last 3 weeks. The mother kept showing love, support, having time with the child, and the child was able to live for more than 3 months. And the child was doing very fine until suddenly one day he went away. So this points to the fact that indeed, when it comes to good health and treatment, social relationships seem to provide a unique form of medication and healing that sometimes it goes beyond our imagination. So social relationships, having good friends, good family, loved ones who really care, they improve not only a patient's mental health or well-being, but also physical health. Because a sound mind lives in a sound body, and a sound body lives in a sound mind because of the synergy or the unison that works between the mind and the body. And we found that whenever social relationships are really active, there is love and care, a person's good health and treatment is always assured. So on this note, we always encourage people when it comes to healthcare that they should try to foster close relations with their own family and friends, very healthy ones. And there are a variety of research where that shows that people who have very close friends and family are able to live healthier, and they even live longer than those who do not. Yes.
Wow, I see. So then it means that it will be good for me to know that maybe in 15 years' time I will pass away. Can that help me build on that 15 years?
That 15 years.
That 15 years to maybe get 20 or maybe 30 years more.
In fact, that's a very good question. You realize that whenever you have to let someone know, it brings much of anxiety.
Yes.
But by working with patients who are at a near-death experience, you realize that some of them would even give you advice as a health professional. They tell you about some things they were spending their time on. Some will tell you that they spend their whole time working, contract here, money here. They didn't have time for their wife and children. But it is now that they are on their deathbed that they've come to realize how important it was to really have made time for your wife and children. And that would have actually been a basis to actually reduce stress, promote happiness, and healthy relationships. So we can't always tell that you have about 15 years to live or so, though some health experts are so experienced that they can be able to give some sort of approximations. But we don't have to wait for anything bad to happen to our health before we start looking for good friends. As we said, we are looking at it from a proactive point of view. Prevention is always better than cure. So people who actually have very good friends, very good social networks, they have very good relationships with their family. They don't spend all their time working, overtime, but they also have time for their family too, time for the children, to even play as if their children go to the beach, throwing sand on themselves. It all promotes very good mental and physical health. And in cases where now there's a health condition too, the same social networks also improves the mental and physical health of the patients as well. So we can never do without it.
Wow, that's very interesting. We still having that big conversation on the breeze chat this morning with Dr. Abishai Alima from the Brain and Mind Medical Center. Remember, every Monday here on the breeze chat is brought to you in collaboration with the Brain and Mind Medical Center, Ghana's premier private mental health facility. So if you want counseling services, outpatient services, inpatient drug and alcohol rehabilitation, outpatient drug and alcohol rehabilitation program, corporate stress, intervention workshops, children with special needs and care and support, sleep study services, home visits, suicide helpline. You can find all within the Brain and Mind Medical Center here in Accra at Abokobi. Remember, you can call them and also, tell them all about your problems and everything that you are going through. Reach them on 050 3308 and 052, that is 0552 607575. Again, 0552 607575. And their website is www.thebraincentergh.com. On Facebook and on Instagram, they are the Brain Center GH, and on Instagram, the _Brain Center GH. And you can reach out to them. And like what Dr. Abishai is telling us, if you really want to really experience that kind of going through a treatment or a healing process without medicine, maybe you can go to them and they can really help you to do that. You guys are into that as well, right?
Very well, please.
So like those are part of your counseling and services and all that you give out to people.
Very well, please.
Okay. Yes. So like, go and see Dr. Abisa and he will help you. Maybe if he tells you have 10 more years, you can get 10 plus 10 and it will be 20 because of social relationships and everything that comes from your mind and that faith that you have in your healing process. It will help you a lot. If you have any questions, you can quickly send them and I'll push it out and we'll give you a response to it. 02000 92925. Moving on, can our thoughts and mindset play any role on good health and treatment?
Most definitely. So when it comes to good health and treatment, our thoughts play a unique role.
Okay.
Let me speak about one issue or condition or syndrome we call Cotard syndrome.
Okay.
Cotard syndrome. It's a condition whereby a person believes that he or she has lost so much blood. Some of them believe that a particular organ has failed. The person could believe maybe the kidney has failed or the liver is not working, or they could believe that their left leg is paralyzed, or they could believe that their eye is damaged. And when it happens that way, they really live their life that particular way. So if the person is of the opinion that my left eye is not working, try to point any object towards the left eye, he will never be able to see anything at all until it comes to the right. If they believe they are completely blind, their eyes may be already working, but they are not able to see. If they believe they've lost so much blood, you look at them and they look so anemic. Some even believe that their soul has even left them, so they are dead. All these point to the role thought processes can play when it comes to our health, good health and treatment. So when it comes to good health, our thought processes are so vital. We are referring to positive thought processes. And that's why negative thought processes like extreme aggression, anger, lack of forgiveness, and all of these issues, having this sort of friction and skirmishes with people that are unresolved, go a long way to affect us. For example, if you are having issues with someone and it's like you are gathering some sort of animosity against someone, you've had a problem, and you choose not to forgive and you were holding on, you realize that it goes a long way to affect your heartbeat. It goes a long way to affect how your heart is able to work. It goes a long way to affect your sleep patterns. It goes a long way to affect your appetite, and it affects you. So just your thought processes alone about you thinking about someone you are having problems with and you feel you can't let go, that thought process alone is impacting or affecting your health. In the end, you could develop high blood pressure or hypertension, and so many other health conditions could follow. So our thought processes are so vital when it comes to our health. They are so vital that if a patient doesn't have positive thoughts, no amount of medication you give can be able to heal the person. If a person comes and he feels that this is my health condition, it can never get healed. Give them any medication, it will never work. I have seen that particularly from the National Hospital. You see people come there and they say, oh, when you get referral here, you're coming to die. Some even come to bring their mind, they feel that this is my condition.
Yes.
I'm coming to die over here.
In fact, yes. I know of one facility like that. Once you go there, no challenge. You see, so
but
that accession is always there.
It's
with
always
the
there.
people living in the Grand community. So when there's an emergency, you know what I mean, you don't really want to, go to that place.
It's as if their mental vigor itself is already dead. So everything you are doing, the person just told that everything you are doing is just going to lead to his or her death. Some come and they believe that this particular issue happening to me, it is all about witches and wizards affecting me.
Oh, yes.
And you examine, do lab test, realize that this thing is...
It's a medical condition.
It could be something as simple as malaria. And they have
also been
a year. And they've gone from one clinic to another, to hospital just to treat malaria. All because they believe that this is coming from witches and demons. So you give them any medication, you do everything, it doesn't work. Until you see it or you realize this and you try to treat their thought process first. So when it comes to healthcare, it's always vital that we assess or analyze the patient's thought process. That's why it's not good to have so many patients, and some doctors don't even have time to even look at the patient's face. Yes, what's wrong with you? Okay, since how many? Okay, go and buy this medication. Bye. Yes, next patient. It doesn't help at all. You should have time. You are working with human beings. You need to know what really goes on. And that's what I love with Brain and Medical Center.
Okay.
The experts there really have time for the patients. They build a sort of relationship. So they understand your situation well before they implement any intervention to be able to help. So our thought processes always play a very key role when it comes to our health. They must always be positive thoughts. Maintain good self-esteem, a spirit of gratitude. Let your expectations be positive, not obey and all of that. And once we have positive thoughts, research indicates that positive thought enhances our immune system. While negative thoughts seem to retard our immune system. And that's the reason thought process plays a very key role when it comes to good health and treatment.
Wow. So at the Brain and Mind Medical Center, it means that once you go there, like he said, there's a lot of time, or the physician gets a lot of time for you, and the specialist will make sure that they are treating you both physically and mentally, spiritually, everything. I mean, you definitely go through it. So our thoughts, our mindset plays a very key role, just like he has mentioned. Well, are there some things that we can do every day to guarantee good health without any medicine? As we are wrapping up, if you can quickly take us through, if there are things that we can do in our everyday life to guarantee good health without medicine.
That is good. So as you've said, prevention is always better than cure. If you come to also learn today that our brain or mind and the body are always in unison. They work in synergy. So one thing affecting one aspect is shown or reflects in the other. So physical health symptoms are a reflection of something not going on well with this mind-body interrelationship. So whenever it comes to promoting our health, we don't want to sit down or relax for something bad to happen before we now start looking for some sort of medications to cure ourselves. Rather, we can ensure that our body is always in good order, our mind is always in good order, so that it can help us do the things we have to do. It can help us work, it can help us school, it can help us live happily and do everything we want to do. So some of the things we can be able to do, it's more of like a way to summarize everything we've learned. One is positive thoughts. We can never neglect the role of positive thought when it comes to our healing, and we just spend some time to be able to explain, because positive thought research indicates that it actually enhances our immune system. So we could even say that when the COVID-19 came, some people weren't affected by the COVID-19 because they had so much positive thoughts, and their positive thoughts enhance their immune system. People had all this sort of chat where if you take maybe dandelion, mango, this and that, you were able to build your immune system, and then it prevents the COVID. Yes.
We started eating that a lot.
A lot. In fact, there is no way to build our immune system that will really enhance our positive thoughts. it plays a remarkable way. So you could be on any immune booster or whatever. Once your thoughts are not pure or positive, your immune system will always be low. People have HIVs or they even live with HIVs, yet their immune system is very strong to be able to help them. Another thing we can also do to enhance this good health and treatment is to ensure that the air we get is always quality air. So we need good quality air. So the air that passes through our windows to our house, how is it like? Are we living close to a rubbish dump? Are we expecting the government to come and clear that rubbish? We can take our future into our own hands. Clear the place, make the place so neat and so clean, so that the air that comes around our house is very nice. We can plant some trees around. If you hear of any tree planting exercise, engage in it, because it helps to enhance the quality of air in your neighborhood. If we are fighting for good air, then that means that we have to ensure that anything at all which is a damaging air doesn't come to us, like smoking of these bad drugs, drug abuse campaign. It all comes to that we have to make sure that we are able to avoid them. Whether you are the one who is the active smoker or a passive smoker, people are smoking and this sort of CO2 air is coming to you. So air plays a very key role. We have to ensure that we get good sleep, good quality sleep. Sleep is always very important. If you were able to have enough sleep, physical health, just like severe chronic headaches, pimples, and all of these physical manifestations, it will be a thing of the past within you. Whenever you look at me, you see any pimples around me, you could tell that my sleeping has not been regular at all.
Really?
The moment my sleep becomes regular, all these things become a thing of the past. Sleep is very important, and we can't do without it. It should be very good and refreshing one. And then also we have to ensure that our diet plays a very key role. What you eat into you is very, very good. Once you're able to put your diet into good order, look, you are free from the doctor. As the old saying goes, an apple a day keeps you away from the doctor. Saying an apple a day is a generic way of saying that a fruit a day actually takes you away from the doctor. So it's not just about just normal apple, but it could be oranges, it could be watermelons, it could be pineapples. So having such good diet plan would really help us to be able to have good health and treatment. If you are even sick and you are doing all this, it makes you heal faster. And then also we have to ensure that water, effective drinking enough water, is very good. And we something we can't go without it. We can't go without saying exercise. Exercise always plays a very key role too, and we have to make so much. We must ensure that we do everything possible to ensure that our blood flow is in check. And spirituality also comes in over here. Our spiritual routine should also be very good. It's not about going to be in the church service morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not that. But because, as we learned earlier, prayer itself helps us maintain very good thoughts and relaxation. So these are some few concluding talks I can be able to bring to promote good health and treatments.
Nice. All right, so as we are wrapping up, you've really let us in on all the things that we need to do to promote good health without medicine. Which is possible. So now I know it's possible. I hope you also know that it's possible. We were all wondering how possible could that be, and Dr. Abishai Alima has done justice to that for us this morning, and I have that faith and believe that, Charlie, when I wake up one morning and I'm having headache, I can just take one glass of water and believe and have faith that it will go down. Amen.
Very well, please.
Oh yes, just having the belief that Charlie, we bought glass of water, yeah, okay.
Very okay.
I mean, then
and live life that is in accordance with that, to ensure that there is a good brain and mind, and physical body relationship. Always let's work out to seek or fish out for the causes. Let's not be in a rush to go for painkiller and all of that, but let's examine the cause. Your headache or something could be a symptom of you not sleeping effectively or adequately. So we can handle the causes to ensure that this synergy is always working. Mind, body synergy is always, rather than treat the symptoms.
Okay, all right. So what would be your final words?
So my final words, good health and treatment is always possible without medicine.
Okay.
Medications themselves come with their own side effects. Prevention will always be better than cure. So let's ensure that we are doing everything possible to ensure good mental health and physical health. Because once you have good mental health, you see it in your physical health. And once you have good physical health, you also see it in your mental health as well. As we do so, let's ensure we have very good social relationships. Let's eat well, let's sleep well, let's think positive. And as we do so, our good health and treatment will always be assured. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much this morning. We are indeed grateful for spending your morning with us to let us understand that it is possible to have some good health and treatment without medicine. Thank you so much, Dr. Abishai Alima. We are indeed grateful for your time. He is a clinical psychologist with the Brain and Mind Medical Center. We do this every Monday in collaboration with them. And of course, they are Ghana's premier private mental health facility. They are located at Abokobi. You can always speak to them on phone or visit them and take advantage of their facility and all that they are offering in terms of giving you good health every time, from mental to your brain. I mean, everything that really relates to you getting a very good healing, you can relate it with them and they'll be glad to help you. We are back again with another edition of our Breeze Chat with the Brain and Mind Medical Center on Monday. Do make a date and join us.
You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You are live on the breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Let me sound some big shout outs and big one going out to Mr. Richmond Dowuno. He is a business development manager at the Brain and Mind Medical Center at Abokobi. He's always here with us on Monday. He always makes sure we are good to go on Mondays. Richmond, big ups, eh? And as well, big shout outs also going out to Dr. Yao Mfojo. He is a consultant psychiatrist as well with the Brain and Mind Medical Center. Big shout out as well going out to all the staff and all the people doing all that good and wonderful job at that facility. And it's checkout time for me this morning. And that brings us to another exciting edition of your favorite mid-morning show here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Is 6 minutes after 12. There is news at 1. Ɔdadeɛ News Flash at 1 with Priscilla coming up. So please do stay tuned to Ɔdadeɛ Radio and let's keep you updated on all that is happening. On Wednesday, I'll be here again with another edition of The Breeze, and that's going to be our midweek business edition. This Wednesday, we are speaking with a team, actually, from the Presec Credit Union Group. And, well, we all need some loans, we all need some credit, we all need some money to at times keep us going in some difficult times. So on this on the business edition on Wednesday, the midweek edition of the Breeze, please do make a date and let's go into all the details and the discussions and the conversations around having a good credit, a good loan facility with the best of interest rates that you can rely on. We'll be having that discussion this Wednesday with the Presec Credit Union facility. So do make a date on Wednesday. On behalf of the production team, our executive producer, Mr. Johnny Adofeni, Michael Ɔdadeɛ, thank you so much for doing the listening and being our guest this morning on the show. And to myself, being your host, DJ Hughes. God willing, we are here Wednesday morning. Enjoy the very best of the day and keep your dials locked on Ɔdadeɛ Radio.